would like to give a special nail-addict shout out to Sammy the Goat, Wim Whams, Kathy Wellman, and April Shorty for being the first four to comment on my last video. Thank you all so much. So we are officially starting the Halloween Spotlight Collab Challenge. We're going into week 1 right now, and the theme for this week is graveyard. And the spotlight artists of this week are Barbie G222, and I believe it's the same here on Instagram and YouTube. YouTube and Instagram, but I'll put that up later. And then Girly Nails 66 came up with this week's theme. Hey y'all, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and we're gonna go ahead and get into today's set. So I'm doing a press-on set. I haven't done one in a while. I'm using the thumb is a Welquin tip, but the rest of the nail tips are my ENC XXL Coffin. I ran out of the thumb, so I had to obviously substitute with another brand, and Welquin is okay as well. But this week's theme is graveyard. So we had to come up with a graveyard set, and for me it was just my mind wouldn't get into anything real extra and out there, so I am forewarning, I kept it really simple, but again, I still feel like the design came out cute. It's just after you do something, you think, and then you figure, oh, I could have did this and I could have did that. That's kind of what was going on with me, is that I knew I could have done more after the set. But as I say, it is what it is, and I still feel like it honestly came out really nice. These ENC XXL Coffin tips, if y'all don't know, they're like some of my favorite full cover tips to use. There's just the strength and durability of them alone is amazing, and I've worn these nails for weeks at a time with no problem. So I'm just gonna go ahead in with the thumb. So I totally freestyled this. I kind of was just going as I go. But I'm taking Madam Glam's Perfect Black over this nail, and I'm just going to do one coat of it and then do a 60-second cure in my lamp. Once it comes out of the lamp, I'm now taking some top coat and going over this because I wanted to use chrome in this set, and I'm not sure really why. I mean, I love chrome, so I do know why, because I absolutely love chrome. But I think I haven't done a chrome set in a while, and I just felt like, I don't know, I wanted it to kind of be a little different, so I decided to go in with this chrome stick from a cart by the name of Centauri, and just make the bottom part of this nail only with the chrome. So for me, in my vision of how this set goes, this is my ground, like the ground of the graveyard. Like the moonlight is shining, of course, on the ground and making this like really nice iridescent look on the ground in the graveyard. So that's where my mind was when I started in with this. So I'm basically just doing an ombre with this chrome stick up into where I kind of want it. Only thing I don't like about these Macart chrome sticks, if you can see what I'm doing, is I have to put the cap in and twist it in order to get more product, and sometimes I'm not sure if I'm even getting the product. Like, it's a lot of product in there because I can see it, but I feel like just twisting it on isn't enough, but obviously it is, because it worked out okay. I feel like towards the end it kind of got a little to where it was a little harder to grab, but I do like this one the best out of that set I got way back when. Okay, so once I got that on, I dusted it off. Now I'm going in with a layer of top coat again. So once I started going upwards like this with the top coat, I noticed that it was like spreading out the chrome and making like really small, fine flakes at the top, and I really like that. So I cured that for 60 seconds, and now I'm coming back in with this carving gel that I showed you guys in my fall video, and I'm gonna try something with it. You know, I got 14 different colors to use, and I really wanted to use them. So I'm going in with this cuticle pusher and grabbing up a bit. And I am going to go ahead and roll that up, and I'm going to place that on my nail. Now, I find that if there's something on the nail, it works a lot better. So when I previously tried this, I did acrylic. You know, after you basically file and buff acrylic, it's like really dry and just kind of there. Well, this time I had top coat, which is also very shiny and stuff doesn't normally stick to it, but it stuck very, very well with this as opposed to just a dry nail. So I'm figuring like base coat or something like that would be nice to use before going in with this carving gel. But I'm taking this silicone tool and I'm just molding this into the shape of a graveyard. I felt like, okay, we're gonna do graveyard. I wanna play with my 3D art a little bit more. So let me use some of this carving gel and create my tombstones with this instead. Now, I could have went in and mixed up some carving gel to make like a gray. I felt like I kind of wanted to go more with the gray, but I felt like the black would be more like, I don't know, spooky. I guess we were supposed to make spooky sets, or like this one here honestly just threw me. It's okay, but it's just so typical that I couldn't get outside of the box with it because it was just too typical. But I do love the theme. Don't get me wrong. It's something I've never done. I've never done a graveyard set. So it was a nice challenge just to actually put out a graveyard challenge. So again, I'm just going in, and you want to use alcohol with this as well to kind of help it shape and mold. And I'm just going in with my alcohol silicone tool, and I shaped that the best that I could, and then did a full 60-second cure. So now I'm going in with my Madam Glam detail liner, and I am going to just write RIP on this gravestone tombstone. And then I'm going to give that a full 60-second cure. Now, after I finished this finger, I was stumped. I was like, okay, that looks cool. I top coated it and everything just to see how it looked. And I was like, okay, that looks cool. Now what else? Like, I was stuck at that point. But I ended up just doing all of my nails the same, as far as like the base being the black with the Centauri chrome stick, like on the bottom half of the nail, just to ombre that up and kind of make my like ground for my cemetery or graveyard. Also, I did go in at the top of each nail and do the same thing. So I just put a couple of 4-pointed stars and some twinkles, and then some like little other dots to create stars on the top of this nail, because of course it's a graveyard, we're outside, it's nighttime, so just light up the sky with those stars is what I did at the top of each of the nails as well. So now I'm going to jump into the spotlight artists real quick. So the first one I'm showing is Barbie G222. She is super sweet and nice. Like, honestly, I don't really know her well, but like I've watched a few of her videos and, you know, a lot of her work on Instagram, and she seems to be someone that's really, really cool, very sweet. I love her application of acrylic, how she uses like a smaller brush and like takes smaller beads, obviously, to create her sets. And I feel like that's like a great way if you're a beginner or if you're just comfortable with smaller brushes, because everything just packs down exactly like it's supposed to. So right now we're on her Instagram, and I was just watching this reel, and I just want to like watch the full reel because I just felt like it was really nice, like what I was seeing. So this is some of her work here. This is really cute here. Like, I love the red and black, and of course with that touch of gold, y'all know I'm in love. These are super cool too. I love the reflectiveness on it. So she has lots of content. You won't be disappointed. Definitely should check her out. Now these are cute. Like, I need to try that. That's something I haven't done, are those type of nails there. Of course that butterfly made these all better, but y'all, they glow. I love me a good glow-in-the-dark nail set, so hands down, I was in love. These are so girly and cute. Like, they're so freaking cute. Y'all make sure y'all checking her out. And these were like a fave of mine. Like, all of that glitter and girliness was just on point for me. I really, really loved those nails. And these, they glow as well. So glow in the dark is like a plus for me. You got some glow going on, I'm with you. And this is her YouTube here, Barbie G222. Make sure you guys are following her. And our second spotlight artist of the week is Girly Nail 66. Again, such a sweet individual from what I can see in our chats, because we have to kind of like chat and get to know each other before the challenges. And I must say I did pretty bad this year, but I had time to kind of like, because you can kind of feel a vibe through videos and content, and they just seem very sweet and loving, and I really like that. But she want to give away, in these plushies that are showing now are some of the cute little plushies that were made by I believe it's Stitches by Brittany on Instagram, but I'll double check. Oh, excuse me, Facebook. I'll double check that and put that down below. But she does a lot of press-on sets, really cute. Her stamping art is like top notch. She also does a lot of glow, and again, glow. If you got something glowing, I'm there for it. But she does a lot of stamping art, and I really would like to try to get into that too. And here she is on YouTube at Girly Nails 66. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to both of these wonderful ladies, and just get to know them. Like, this is what the Halloween Spotlight collab is for. It's just like kind of empowerment for other women. So we get together, we get to know each other, hopefully build long-lasting friendships. That's how I got my two besties now, to be honest, is the Halloween Spotlight collab. But I ain't going to brag on them. We ain't going to talk about them this week. We're going to wait till their week so they can shine. But yes, please make sure you're watching everyone's videos for this week, the graveyard. I promise you will not be disappointed. I had a sneak peek. I'm finna go and let it out. Of one of the sets, and it is bomb.freaking.com, man. Listen, you guys don't want to miss it. I'm going to have everybody linked down below so that you can go to each of their YouTubes and check out their videos, because I know it's going to be amazing. I know it's going to be wonderful. And yeah, so let's get back into my set. So I took another piece of the carving gel, and I do believe this is my index, and I am doing another tombstone. But for this one, I kind of wanted to do like that half and half situation where, so then this is the middle finger, I believe. But I wanted to do the half and half situation to where like you have one half of a picture, and then you put your other finger together and it creates the other half. Like, and when you put them together, they come together. But I did it too thick, like too wide, like not realistic for just a tombstone. I mean, there are some wide-headed tombstones out there actually that I've seen, but I didn't like it. So I opted out of that, and then they became just two individual tombstones. But I'll let you watch a little bit of me like carving out my tombstones, because Keon is back here screaming off of excitement of a game he's playing. So yeah, I'm gonna let you watch this for a moment. So this is basically where I was going in on the ring finger and doing the same thing as far as like putting another tombstone to kind of like match the one on the middle finger. Now this carving gel that I got off Amazon, it's on a cheaper end and it's a bit sticky. It does work okay, and it's pretty great with like the alcohol. Obviously you need that to help guide it. But it's a bit sticky too. So the gloves I had on had a lot of that black carving gel transferred to it from where it would come off when I would rub it, and that's to be expected. I mean, it is gel, so it kind of doesn't, you know what I'm saying, like just doesn't stain anything. So for me, I say I like it though. I actually do like this carving gel, and I've always wanted it. It's just, I don't know, I like to get quality over quantity, but it, it's just like a crunch time situation, and I was like, you know what, girl, you got to start playing with this carving gel and getting this 3D art together, so just get it. and I closed my eyes and I pressed for the payment to go through, and I finally got it. But they had been in my cart for like almost a year, I'm not gonna lie, and I just kept looking at them and contemplating. But anyways, back into the nail set. Now that those two are fully cured, I'm going in with my Perfect White from Madam Glam and creating like the parts on it. So I decided to do a cross on this one, and then the other nail, the ring, I added another tombstone to it too. So you'll see that. But now I'm going in with the white carving gel, and I didn't really know what to do, y'all. I was stumped. Like, I didn't put much thought into it. Is the problem, is why I felt like I came flat. But I like it, I guess. So I'm using the white carving gel, and I'm going to, right now I'm trying to clean off my gloves from the black so the black doesn't transfer into the white. And I just want to kind of do a skeleton head on top of the tombstone. Like, you think graveyards and things, you think of skeletons and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll this into a ball and place it. Now, I feel like I've made it too big. But anyways, it worked. And I made it into a ball, put it on the nail. Now I'm going to use that silicone tool and some alcohol and just kind of mold it to the shape of the skeleton head that I would like. So yeah, I'm here just molding it. Only thing about it too is you have to have like a light touch with this carving gel. Well, the particular one that I'm using, because like anything you do leaves a little indentation. So there's a little indentations on the white I didn't like, but it is what it is, because the more I kept trying to like smooth it and get it right, it would stick to the silicone tool. Even with the alcohol and stuff, after a while it gets really, really sticky to where it kind of like sticks to things. So you kind of want to play with it pretty quickly, and just make sure you're not overusing the alcohol so that it doesn't start to stick regardless of the use of alcohol. And then this is on the ring finger, where I decided to add one more tombstone on this finger in the back. And again, just playing with it until I like it, and then I'll go ahead and give that a full 60-second cure. So for my ring finger, I'm just putting those touches on the graveyards or tombstones there. So RIP and another cross on these is what I went with, just real typical. And then I gave it another 60-second cure. And this is what the nail set is looking like so far. I did my index off finger and drew that tree, and I'm kind of mad. Like, I was just doing it off camera to kind of see if I liked it, and I ended up really liking it, but I already had done it, so I was like, I'm not going to re-record that. So I ended up doing that off camera, but I should have tried it on camera, so I could have kept it. It's just, again, my mind was all over the place, and of course wanted to add a little extra. So here, this is not such a great job, but it is what it is. I did it. I am drawing a silhouette of a wolf or a werewolf onto the top of this tombstone, as if he's standing up howling at the moon. And then I thought about it after, because this is the thumb. I guess it could go like, I don't know. You'll see at the end. But yeah, it's basically a silhouette of a wolf or a werewolf howling at the moon. And it came out okay. So on the index, I did go back in and try to like attempt to draw some grass or whatever coming out of the ground, like the silhouette, because everything is basically silhouetted pretty much, being that everything is pretty much in black. You see it as silhouettes. And then, of course, I did all my stars and twinkles and things like that off camera, because that's really repetitive. Like, we know what those are. We don't have to see that again. So all of that is set and done. But just going in and making some little fine details to this one. And then I'm going in on the middle finger. and I'm going to attempt a ground there. Well, this is technically not, I mean, it's a part of the ground, but not really, because again, to me, the ground is like the chrome area. That's the moonlight shining on the ground. So I guess this is just a portion of a silhouette of some of the grass and things like that on this one. And then I do cure. Now with this skeleton face, I had to erase that so many times. It was so freaking hard. I couldn't get it right. And I think it was because it was bumpy as well that made it a little difficult to kind of draw what I wanted in that white carving gel, because it was just so bumpy, like it wasn't as smooth as I would like. So I'm kind of just making a silhouette of the ground on everything. Now the pinky is going to be a silhouette of like a girl getting ready to walk through this graveyard, and I didn't know what to do with the pinky, so I did that off camera, but it came out way better than I expected, and y'all will get to see that. I did create the mouth first, and then I went in with the eyeballs for the skull, and then the nose, and it came out okay. Like, I feel like it could have been better. I wish I had made the top part of this a little more smoother before actually curing, but I mean, you guys can see what it is. It's definitely a skull head, so I was just happy with knowing you can see what it is. And then I gave that a 60-second cure on that one as well. And this is how the nail set is looking here so far. I'm going to go in now and top coat everything with a nice layer of top coat. The top coat I'm using, I got some of that chrome into it. I mean, after each time I top coated, I did wipe it off the most I could. But this top coat I'm going to use now for like my chrome, glitters, things like that, because you never know. I'm pretty sure it probably transferred. But with me top coating, I did make sure to top coat over everything. So it does say in the instructions for the carving gel to make sure you top coat it. So either with your matte or your glossy. So I made sure to top coat over every single thing on the entire nail set. And then off camera, I applied these using sticky tabs, and I applied a little bit of cuticle oil, and I'll be back in just a moment with the final look. I also wanted to point off that off camera on my ring finger, I did decide to go in and place a little ghost in between the tombstones on that nail, because I mean, most of the time when you think graveyard, you think ghosts. So I just put a real generic but cute little ghost on the ring finger to kind of tie in the whole graveyard feature. And again, in a moment, you'll be able to see my silhouette of my young lady getting ready to walk through the graveyard. And I did create a moon on the pinky as well. And I'll be back in just a moment with the final look. And here is the final set. They cute or whatever. Like, I had sent this to a friend of mine, and he said he really liked them, that they were very good. So that made me happy. But comment down below and let me know what you think of this nail set. And please, please, please don't forget to watch all of my ladies in this week's Hollywood. It is Hollywood Halloween Spotlight Collab Challenge. And I hope to see you all in my next one. Remember, like I always say, to be the best you that you can be. And so much love to you all. Also, make sure to catch us next Saturday on next week's theme, which is a little twisted, but I want to bring it next week for y'all and give y'all a little more gore than I did this week. But thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a great one.